There's a new day arising, and the sun is shining on me. A lonely taste of heaven as the favor falls on me. Come join this journey, free to be you, free to be me. I am living life on purpose, and I'm living legacies. It's life by design, yeah. It's life by design. It's life by design. Alrighty fam, what we're doing today is we're dehydrating some onions and some garlic. As you can see, I've started already with the onions. What I do is I take and cut up the onions. First we cut it in half. Cut it in half. Then I just turn it on the other side. So I had to put my fingers all up in the way, and then I cut them in half again. And I just put as many as possible on the rack. As you notice on the first one, I did not put parchment paper because I forgot, and it's okay. What I do is I just put as many as I can on there and make them big enough to where they don't fall through. Now I have an old dehydrator, and I wanted to see, I brought it back out today to see if it still works. If not, I have a new one as well. I think it still will work. We want to see how long this is going to take to dehydrate both, because my goal is to make some chopped dehydrated onions and garlic, as well as I want to make my own onion and garlic powder. So this is the beginning and how we do it. So now that we got this full, I'm going to start with another one over here. Put that on top. And so to stay in place, what I do, you just put that on top just like that. And so it'll stay in place. Put that on there like that. Make sure that they are down. And I measure. They usually have pads that go inside here. I don't have those for this one. So what I do is I use parchment paper. I measure the corners and so forth and go ahead and put everything on there. And then I cut out the little hole here, and all the excess, I'll use a knife or some scissors and cut the excess off. So we're gonna put some more of our onion on there. Just break it up like so. Make sure you have enough room on here because you want the air to circulate through every piece, and so that it'll dry out. And right now, you know, it's full of water, and what we want to do is make sure it's dry. And you'll know it's dry and it's ready when it's not able to do this, but it'll snap. It's real crispy. And if it's not, and it's just gummy or rubbery, you want to leave it in there a little bit more. So we're just going to continue breaking this up. And make sure if the onion is kind of strong and it's making you cry, just put it under some cold water. Put it under some cold water and go back to chopping again. I'm going to finish chopping this up, and I'm going to come back to you. And we're going to start the garlic, and we'll go from there. So fam, welcome back. What we did, we're on the last row of garlic, and like I said, what I do is I usually go in right here because I don't have the little mats to go with this to keep them from falling through, so I use parchment paper. Cut a hole right there. Then I start lining my parchment paper with the garlic, and yes, this is about a whole bag of garlic. I have 2 tiers of this, 5 tiers in total, 3 of onion, because I love me some onion and garlic. So this is what I cook with most of the time. Oops. We don't want them falling through the hole. We want this to go directly on the sides, okay? Now, I must warn you, garlic is very pungent, which means it has a very strong smell already. And when it's cooking, it smells even stronger. So I would say make sure you try to take and put this outside and plug it up. Let the fresh air get to it while it's dehydrating. I'm going to put mine on my porch so all my neighbors are going to smell garlic and onion. Again, I said make sure you take and put this outside so it won't smell up the whole entire house, because I'm already cutting them up. Boy, I tell you, my house smells like garlic. Fresh garlic. I guess that's good. Smells like I'm cooking in here. Make sure you flatten these out because you want these as thin as possible so that they can dry out. It may take some time. It could take between 8 and 24 hours depending on what the garlic wants to do and how thick this is on the paper. So we're going to give it some time to do that. Just dry out. Like I said, make sure you mash these out. Make sure you got it all around. Like that. Just like that. Got a few thick pieces in there, but that's okay. It's going to take a little bit longer. Well, maybe not. I'll take those out and cut those up a little bit more. And also for your onions, make sure you save those for your compost if you're doing compost, and make sure you save, let's see, is this the end? Yes, this end right here. If you put it in some water, that'll make some new onions. And then you can plant it and you'll just make it a renewable source all over again. And you may be wondering why I have on gloves. Well, the other thing with garlic is, and I had to learn the hard way, garlic can burn your hands. And once it gets underneath of those nails, good Lord have mercy, sucking it won't happen because it's like fire on your tongue. Garlic is something like cayenne pepper when it's like this. And so you have to be very, very careful. Make sure you don't touch your eyes, put your hands in your mouth, put your hands anywhere on your face because it will burn you over a long period of time. Okay? Then we're going to put the top on that and we'll be right back. Alright, so what we did is, let's center that in the hole. What we did is took and cut the hole out in the middle. We put the layer of garlic on. I cut up all the big pieces. Make sure you cut them down because it's going to take a little bit longer to take and cook them. This already is because I got a lot of garlic on there. So I'm looking for probably 24 to 36 hours for this to totally dry up before it is crispy and ready to crumble. And here's the top rinsed off. I'm going to put that on there. There we go. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. 3 layers of onion, 2 layers of garlic. We're going to put this on the machine. And once it's finished, we'll be back, show you what it looks like, or what it should look like. And if it's ready to take and granulate into powder, or you're going to just leave it into your regular crumbles, whereas you have chopped garlic and onion. Alright fam, this is the base of the dehydrator, and what you're going to do is just take and put those 5 trays up on top of that dehydrator like that. Make sure it clicks on there like that. Of course I had to take and put it outside. Like I say, it's a beautiful day. Alright y'all, excuse me for taking time moving away from, but then we're going to turn it on. And I don't know if you can hear that. It is working. And so we're just going to take our time, let it do its thing. I'm probably looking at between 12, 24, maybe 36 hours before it's completely dry because of the amount that I have inside there. But continue to check on it. If you have one and you're doing this with me, can check on it and make sure you see where it's at. Find out if it's rubbery or if it's crispy. Of course, if it's rubbery, it needs some more time. If it's crispy, it is done. So as soon as it's finished, we'll have part 2 follow-up video when it's done and what we're going to do when we put it in either the Mylar bags, or we're going to put it in the jars after taking and making it a powder. Alright, so yes, like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. so we can work together. We can do this together. You can see all the things that I'm doing, especially if you ring that notification bell. You'll be able to see up and coming videos. And share with everyone you know. We want all of our kids, we want everyone to know how to do this process. In case you cannot buy it at the store, you'll be able to take and make your own. The pride of making your own, I'll tell you, it's nothing like it. Look forward to seeing you soon. Family, love you. There's a new day arising, and the sun